We just don't. But it doesn't matter. Look at the Clinton Foundation just for a second, right? The U.S. government sold 20% of the uranium stockpile, the material used to make nuclear weapons, to Russia. 2 weeks later, the Clinton Foundation gets $145 million from the Russian business people who put that deal together. Bill Clinton has been to Moscow a number of times. He's been paid $500,000 to give speeches on so many occasions in Russia. I mean, our ties to Russia are deep. There's no question about it. Anybody who's ever looked at the Clinton Foundation knows that their ties to Russia are incredibly substantial. We have nothing in Russia. This is pure garbage.
Final question. How's your dad preparing for the second presidential debate Sunday night?
Yeah, well, he's preparing, and he's surrounding himself with great people, and my father's going to be himself, and he's not going to be the staged candidate that I think you saw tonight. I mean, how many times were the same catchy little sound bites thrown out over and over and over? You know he memorized those sound bites. You know they were on a flashcard somewhere and they were being practiced in front of the mirror.
Tim Kaine, not Mike Pence, right?
There's no question, Tim Kaine. And that's not who my father is. My father speaks from the heart, and I think you saw Mike Pence speak from the heart, and I'm so proud of what my father's accomplished. He's done an unbelievable job, and we're going to win. We are going to win come November 8th. There's just no question about it.
Eric, thanks so much for joining us.
Wolf.
Eric Trump.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Jeff Zeleny, you've got a special guest as well.
I do, Wolf. I'm here with the chair of the Clinton campaign, John Podesta. John, did you think that Senator Kaine came across as the more likable candidate tonight?
Look, I think he was the aggressor tonight. I think that he did a great job both in explaining what that he and Hillary wanted to do for the American people, how to build an economy that was going to work for the middle class, work for everyone, not just people at the top. He was strong on reproductive choice, and I think that he challenged Governor Pence to defend the kind of hateful campaign that Donald Trump has run, and time and again, Governor Pence took a dive.
And you said that he did have a smooth performance. Do you believe that Governor Pence was simply not taking the bait that Senator Kaine was throwing out?
No, I think he essentially had made a decision that he would not try to defend the top of the ticket, that he was going to move away from Donald Trump, that you know, when faced with the things that Donald Trump had said, not unfair characterizations, not made up facts as Pence threw at him with respect to Hillary, but just the things he said, he decided he wouldn't defend him. He sort of made a soft attempt to try to defend his business practice and couldn't defend at all his decision not to release his tax returns.
Looking ahead to Sunday, do you think that Donald Trump has lowered his own bar for his performance?
Well, look, I think it's a tough format for Donald Trump because he's going to have to look real voters in the eye, answer their questions. Hillary's been doing that from the beginning of this campaign and really the beginning of her career. She's always been about helping children, families. The way you do that is you listen to people, you understand what their problems are, and you try to relate to them. Donald Trump, I think, has never really done that much in his life, and he certainly hasn't done that much in this campaign, so I think it's a challenging format. Now, you know, given the reviews that he got on the first debate, I guess the press will probably set that bar very low for him.
Your campaign has moved forward this week and gained some ground that it had lost after the convention. You get so much information and data and analytics. What is one piece of information that still gnaws at you that you would like to correct or fix in these coming 4 weeks?
Look, I think we still have to and will spend our time doing what Hillary did today in suburban Philadelphia, was talk directly to voters about what she wants to do. That's why she did the Children and Families Town Hall with Chelsea. That's why she talked about equal pay. That's why she talked about anti-bullying. That's why she talked about raising the minimum wage, having affordable child care. Those are the real problems facing families in America. She's got ideas and plans about what to do about that, and she's got a proven track record of always fighting for kids, always fighting for families. That's what we got to do, and to seal the deal, we know we still have work to do. We're obviously working on the ground to get our vote out, but we also have to keep talking to the American people about their future. That's what this campaign's all about, their future.
Of course, you worked for Bill Clinton for a long time as well. What was he talking about in Flint, Michigan? And were you disappointed by his comments about Obamacare?
Well, look, I think if you look at the entire context, what he said was Obamacare has been a success because it's expanded health insurance for 20 million people. It's done so much other good things like ending the ban on insurance companies' ability to deny coverage for pre-existing conditions, stopping discrimination against women, providing.
He called it crazy.
What he was saying was that there was a feature of the law that meant that if you got subsidies, you were doing okay. If you're just above that, you were having trouble. But right from the beginning, and I think President Obama talks about the fact that we need to improve things. We need to make it easier for small business to buy insurance for their employees. We need to make sure that people in that economic bracket that he was talking about can afford the insurance they need to give tax credits to people so their out-of-pocket expenses aren't too big, and that we need to lower the price of prescription drugs. So he was colorful, and I probably would have chosen different words, but I think that what he was saying is the law has been a success, but there's still more to do.
Final thing here, if she has a strong debate performance on Sunday, Secretary Clinton, can she put this election away?
We will never say that until the last poll closes. We're going to work. The poll. There's early voting going on. More and more of it will come online. Our team is out. We've built very strong organizations really across the country in all 50 states.
So not yet on Sunday.
Will you talk to me on November 8th around 10 o'clock at night?
John, thank you very much. Thanks. Well, back to you.
All right, Jeff, thanks very much. And we're also waiting, we're going to get the results from a focus group of undecided voters who have assembled. They've watched the debate. We're going to get that. We also have an exclusive CNN instant poll. People all over the country who watched this debate. We're going to find out who they thought won this debate. In the meantime, let's go back to Jay.
Thanks, Wolf. I'm here with our elite panelists. And Gloria Borgia, let me ask you, there is the debate. There is the 90 minutes of debate. And then there is the spin afterwards, the media coverage afterwards, the Saturday Night Live mockery afterwards. You gave the debate to Pence. You said generally you thought he had a better debate. But what about the post? What about the spin and the coverage and the SNL?
As we were talking about earlier, he was unflappable, and he defended himself more than Donald Trump, Pence. But I think in the aftermath, there's going to be an awful lot of fact-checking that goes on here, particularly on the question of Putin and Russia. And he didn't really answer the question on immigration, because the question that Elaine Quijano posed was, what do you say to those who haven't committed crimes? And he didn't really, he said, well, we'll get to that later. He didn't have an answer for that question. And I think that, as Paul was pointing out, I think that Pence did a very good job for himself and had a clear strategy, which was, that don't take these insults and defend them, just turn it to Hillary Clinton.